were always based on what's best for the whole child, the whole student. He was also concerned about the community, but certainly the student was first. He wanted to make sure that they were going to be taken care of emotionally, academically, physically. He wanted to ensure that the decision that he made was going to better the student in some capacity. And John, he did 5 years, but make no mistake, he's no one-hit wonder. I don't know if anybody knows this, but John was an Eagle Scout in his youth, so he started giving back to his community in his teens, and then subsequently went on to be a pack master, which those of you that have children in Cub Scouts, that's where about 80 Cub Scouts look up to you to set the tone, to set the pace, to set goals, and it's, not everybody can do that. And John stepped up and he became the pack master for the township. And if that wasn't enough, he probably was a wrestling coach for the better part of 20 years, and still involved in wrestling. And we tease him about his involvement in wrestling, but man, when a kid came in contact with John Moneymaker on the mat, he left there standing taller and encouraged to take on anything he wanted to, whether it was to keep going or achieve a goal. There's one kid came off the mat crying his eyes out. And John, with his Brooklyn accent, goes, "Well, what are you crying about?" He goes, "That kid took third in the States, and he didn't pin you. He pinned every other guy." Kid's like, his tears went away. He stood a little taller. The kid left the room like a giant. So John's dedication to children and students, it's really amazing. And he does it off to the side. He doesn't do it with a lot of fanfare, but his moral compass is set directly to north and what's best for the kids. And in true generosity fashion, John's term was up this year, and he knows how daunting it is to maybe run an election, or it could be just a little imposing on people to run an election. They don't want to do it. So in true generosity fashion, he stepped down in order to give some of the township community an opportunity to maybe just sit in the seat for a year, see if they like it. So again, I can't say enough kind things about John Moneymaker. He's been a fantastic board member. He's, whenever we needed him, whenever we needed him to be here, he would be here. I remember calling him up. He was in Brooklyn, and I'm sure he got screamed at by some judge, but we needed to make a quorum, and he drove from Brooklyn to here, probably got fined for contempt of court, but he made this a priority.